Good morning, students. In the previous lecture, we have covered first four questions of the exercise 2.1. Okay. In these four questions, we have discussed that how we can apply the law and the questions and how we can compute the values. Now, this is your last question, question number 5. Today, I'm going to start this question. Question number 5 is solve the following equations for x. Okay. In this, you have to take out the value of x. You have to compute the values, and by computing the statement, you have to take out the value of x. Okay. Now see part number A. Question is 7 raised to power 6x multiplied by 7 raised to power 3 is equal to 7 raised to power 9 multiplied by 7 raised to power minus 3x. First of all, we will apply law here. See this left hand side and right hand side. In left hand side, base is same, powers are different, base is same, powers are different. Okay, so we will apply this law. A raised to power m into a raised to power n, that is equal to a raised to power m plus n. Got it? Now, see this 7 raised to power 6x into 7 raised to power 3. You have to write 7 only one time, okay, in the bracket, and raised to power, you have to add the power 6x plus 3. Similarly, come to the right hand side. We will write this statement as 7 raised to power 9. This is plus. In the formula plus is there, but in the value there is minus. So you have to write 9 minus 3x. Okay. Now here in the left hand side and right hand side, the base is same. So here we can cancel the base. We can remove this base. Okay, now what is left after cancelling this 7 and 7? What is left? 6x plus 3, and here 9 minus 3x. Now you can easily compute the value of x from here. Take the value of x this side and the constant value this side. This is very simple thing. You are doing this from previous grades. Okay, how to compute the value of x. Now you have to put this 9 value in the denominator. After cancelling it, you have to make it in the lowest form. Okay, so answer will be 2 by 3. This is the value of x of the part number A. Got it? Okay. Now, second B part is 8 raised to power x minus 1 is equal to 1 upon 512. Now, first of all, write this left hand side as it is, and this right hand side is 512 is the 8 cube. Okay, you know very well that 512 is a cube of 8. So we can write in this way, 8 raised to power 3. 1 upon 8 raised to power 3. Okay. Now this is as it is. Now 1 upon 8 raised to power 3 means 8 raised to power minus 3. This is a very important step. Anything, if this number is in the reciprocal and the power is this, if you want to remove the reciprocal, if you want to write this denominator in the numerator, then this power will go in negative. Okay, now see this step very carefully and do practice of this. Now say base are same. Now you can cancel both the base. So what is left here? X minus 1, and what is left here? Minus 3. So you can compute this. You can take the constant value this side, and answer will be x is equal to minus 2. This is your answer. In this B part, we will not apply any law. Okay, because here just you have to compute the value of 8, then you can cancel it, then you can take out the value of x. Okay, this is very simple. Now your C part is 1 upon 3 raised to power x raised to power 2 is equal to 1 upon 6561. So first of all, I'm going to write this right hand side as it is, and left hand side in this way. This is value, and it is raised to power and raised to power. Two powers are there, so we will apply this law here. A raised to power m raised to power n. So what will the answer? A raised to power m multiplied by n. Okay, so I'm writing here 1 upon 3 x multiplied by 2. Okay, so answer will be 1 upon 6561. This is your right hand side. Okay, this is your left hand side. Now x into 2 means 2x. Rest is same as it is. Okay, the next step is 1 upon 3 raised to power 2x. Now come to this side. 6561 is 8 times of 3. When you multiply 3 up to 8 times, then you will get 6561. Okay, so you have to write here 3 raised to power 8. How you will get to know that this is 8 times of 3? Because you have to check the left hand side. If here 3 is there, then it must be the value will come in raised to power, and then that value will be 3. Okay, you have to check the left hand side. What is here? If here 3 is there, then this value must be a multiplication of 3. Okay, in the previous question it was 512 and here 8 was there, so this means it is a multiplication of 8. This value will be a multiplication of 8. Okay, so you have to compute it. Okay, now similarly here also, here left hand side you are having 3 values, so therefore you have to check it here that this value will be a multiplication of 3. So when I have multiplied, this is the 8 times of 3. Okay, so after this this step will be there, that 1 upon 3 raised to power 2x is equal to 1 upon 3 raised to power 8. Same step that we have discussed in the previous question. Okay, like now 1 upon 3 raised to power 8 means 1 upon 3 whole raised to power 8. Now here 3 is in the denominator. I am taking this 3 in the denominator only. I am not taking in the numerator. If I take this value in the numerator, then the power will go in minus. Now power will not go in minus. Okay, similarly you can check side by side the previous question also. Here 8 was there in the denominator. When I took this 8 in the numerator, then power will go in minus. Okay, but here because left hand side it is 1 upon 3, so here also I have to keep it this in the 1 upon 3 form. Okay, so now check it out. This is 1 upon 3 raised to power 2x. This will be 1 upon 3 raised to power 8. So now you can cancel it 1 by 3 from both the sides. Okay, now you will get 2x is equal to 8, and after computing x is equal to 8 by 2, answer will be 4. This is your answer. This is your C part. Clear? Okay, now come to D part. 5 raised to power 3x upon 5 raised to power minus 4 into 25 upon 5 raised to power x is equal to 5 raised to power 20 upon 5 raised to power 12. Okay, now this will be as it is. You have to first of all check it out. All the values are in the power of 5. This is different, it's 25. Okay, now you have to you have to change this number in the form of 5 raised to power something. So you know very well 25 is a 5 square, 5 raised to power 2. So I'm writing this value as 5 raised to power 2. Rest everything is as it is. Okay, now I'm going to put a law here, that is because if here base is same, powers different, base same, powers different, base is same, powers different. Okay, in every case base is same, powers are different. So I'm going to apply this law. A raised to power m divided by a raised to power n, that is equal to a raised to power m minus n. Okay, now see here, this 5 raised to power 3x and upon 5 raised to power minus 4. What means now I'm going to change this according to the law. The answer will be, I'm going to write this 5 one time. Okay, 3x minus come from the formula. This is this minus, and this minus 4 is minus 4, the value is given here. Okay, so 2 times minus will come. 1 minus from the formula, 1 minus from the value. Next is 5 raised to power 2 minus x. Next is 5 raised to power 20 minus 12 according to the law. Okay, now 3x minus 4, it is equal to 3x plus 4. Here 5 raised to power 2 minus x as it is, rest is as it is. Okay, now after this value, after this you will apply again a law here, because now they see the base is same, now base is same, okay, and powers are different, and that is in multiplication. So I'm going to apply a law here. A raised to power m multiplied by a raised to power n, it is equal to a raised to power m plus n. Right hand side will be as it is. On the left hand side I'm going to apply this law. Okay, so I'm going to write 5 one time, and the powers I'm going to add both the powers, 3x plus 4 plus 2 minus x. okay, is equal to 20 minus 5 raised to power 20 minus 12. Now this is base and base, both base are same, 5 and 5. I'm going to cancel it. After cancelling, what is left here? 3x plus 4 plus 2 minus x is equal to 20 minus 12. Okay, now compute the value. Those are the variables, you can compute it first, and those are the constant, then compute it. And here 20 minus 12 is 8. Okay, so after computing the left hand side, you will get 2x plus 6. Okay, 2x will be here, you can take 6 this side. Okay, so here is equal to 2x is equal to 2. Okay, after the subtraction, so answer will be x is equal to 2 by 2, that is equal to 1. So answer of the D part is x is equal to 1. Okay, this question, fifth question, is different from the other question because in the other question you have applied the law and you have computed the value. Here you have check it out, you can apply the law, which law you have to apply. Then after that you have to cancel the base of the left hand side and right hand side. Okay, like we have cut here base. After cancellation of the base, then you can able to compute the value of x, no? Okay, similarly here we have cancel 5 and 5, because when we cancel the base here, then you will able to equate the powers. Okay, when you cancel the base, you have to equate the powers. Okay, and you have to write in this way. Okay, then you have to compute the variables one side and constant one side. Okay, then you will get the answer, then you will get the value of x. So this was your question number 5th. Now we have completed 2.1 exercise with all the parts. We have discussed, I have explained you all the parts with proper law, with proper, like the way you have to write. Everywhere I have means written the law. Wherever I have to apply the law, I have mentioned the law there. I have highlighted also that law. I have highlighted the answer also. The same manner you have to apply the law in the test and in the fair notebook. Okay, you cannot go for a direct simplification. You have to mention the law, which law you are going to apply, and then you have to put the value according to the law. Got it? Now after this exercise 2.1, we are having next exercise 2.2. Okay, it is based upon that how you can expand the numbers with the exponents. Okay, so this is your first topic, expanding numbers using the exponents. I'm going to tell you first of all some basic things, like before starting this topic, expanding numbers using the exponents. First of all, I'm going to tell you that 10 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 10. I'm going to multiply 10 3 times. So I'm going to write this in this form, 10 raised to power 3. You know very well. 3, why 3? Because 10 is multiplied 3 times. Okay. Next is 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. I have multiplied 5 up to 4 times. So I'm going to write here 5 raised to power 4. You know how 5 raised to 4 come? Because 5 is multiplied 4 times. Next is 1 upon 10. 1 upon 10 means 10 raised to power minus 1. When you are going to compute when you are going to write denominator in the numerator, then power will be in the minus. Here 10 is, the power of 10 is 1. That's why 10 raised to power minus 1. Here 1 upon 10 square. So 10 raised to power minus 2. Okay, see, this is 10 is in the denominator. Okay, the reciprocal of 1 by 10 is 10. Okay, so power will go in minus, in subtraction. 1 upon 10 raised to power 4 means 10 raised to power minus 4. These are the basic things, how you can write the powers with the numbers. Okay, when the values are positive, powers are positive, then power will be in positive form. When they are in reciprocal, and when you remove the reciprocal, when you will write the denominator in the numerator, then powers will go in the minus. It's a basic thing. Okay, now I'm going to tell you first of all the place value. This is the example I have taken. 5254336.2731. This value I have taken as example. And in the previous grades, like some questions were there that you have to write this in the expanded form. Then it was very up to here before decimal. You have done this question before decimal, that how you can expand this in the form of like 10 multiply by 10 raised to power, multiply by 10, multiply by 100, multiply by 1000. You know very well how you have done this. Okay, and you know very well what is this first value. This first value is known as ones, second is tens, third is hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, lakh. You know the place value. Okay, this you are doing from the very beginning, like from first or second grade. Okay, ones, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakhs, then 10 lakhs. Okay, in this way you are doing the expansion. Now you are having a decimal. After decimal, how you can denote the values? After decimal, you have to denote in this way. First, after decimal, the immediate first value is known as tenth. Next is hundredth. Next is thousandth. Next is 10,000th. Ones will not come. Tenth, hundredth, thousand, 10,000. Okay, now this was the example. This is the place value, how you can denote the values. Now I'm going to write this example in the expanded form. Okay, before decimal you know very well how to write in the expanded form. Okay, before decimal is, this is the question. Okay, first of all see before decimal. Before decimal we are writing in this way. 5, after 5 how many numbers are there? 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 multiplied by 1 2 3 4 means 10 in 5 zeros. Okay, 1 and 5 zeros. You know very well how we are writing this in expanded form. This you are doing from the very beginning. Next is plus 2 multiplied by 1 and 4 zeros. Okay, means 10,000. Okay, now next plus 5, how many numbers are there? 3 numbers, so 5 multiplied by 1000. Next is plus 4 multiplied by 100, because after 4 2 numbers are left, so we are multiplied with 100. Next is 3 multiplied by 10. 6 plus 6 multiplied by 1. Up to here you have done. Up to here you have done the questions in the previous grades. Now you are having a decimal. After decimal, how you can write in the expanded form? Plus 2 you have to multiply with 1 by 10. Okay, plus 7 you have to multiply with 1 by 100, because 2 is known as 10th, so multiply with 1 by 10. Next is known as 100th, so multiply with 1 by 100. Next is known as 1000, so 3 multiplied by 1 by 1000. Next is known as 10,000, so multiply by 1 upon 10,000. Okay, you have to do some questions in the that you have to write in the expanded form. Go for the examples, go write some equations, some statements by your own. Okay, and do practice of this thing, how you can expand the number if they are having decimal. Okay, after decimal you have to write this value multiply by 1 by 10, another next multiply by 1 by 100, another next multiply by 1 by 1000, then 1 by 10,000. If more values are there, then you can write here plus that value multiply by 1 upon lakh. Okay, in this way. So this is your how to write the numbers in the expanded form if the number is given in the decimal form. Okay, this is decimal value. The next topic is expressing small numbers in standard form. How you can write the small numbers in the standard form. Okay, example, I'm having one example here. 0.0000000025. Okay, this kind of question will definitely come in the paper, that write this number, write this value in the standard form. Okay, now how many zeros are there after decimal? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So you have to, how you can write in the standard form, you have to take decimal up to that. If you are having any value in that statement, then you have to take the decimal after the first value. Your decimal will go after the first value. Clear or not? So this is 25. So I am writing here, I will write the decimal after 2. I have to place the decimal after 2. This will be 2.5 and multiply by 10 raised to power. Now before 5 I have placed decimal. Now before 5, how many numbers are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 8 numbers. Okay, so multiply with 10 raised to power minus 8. Minus 8. Got it? This thing is known as standard form or scientific notation. This kind of question will come in paper, that write down this question in the form of standard form or in the scientific notation. You have to place the value after the first value. Okay, if so many zeros are there in the statement, then after the first value, after the first digit, you have to place that decimal. And then before that, you have to count it, how many values are there now, and multiply with 10 raised to power that value, that numbers. Now next example is here 0.000009. Okay, I have to now, how I can write this in standard form, I have to place this decimal after the first value. After first value means 9 is there only, so you will write 9 here. Okay, so after, now decimal will go after this 9. This is 9. 9 means 9.0. This means 9.0. Okay, so 9.0 means I have placed this decimal after this. So how many digits are left now? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 7 numbers. Okay, so multiply with 10 raised to power minus 7. Got it? You can write 9 or 9.0, same thing it is. Okay, next is 0.00007012. Okay, now where you will place the decimal? After the first digit. So first digit is 7. After 7 you will place decimal 7.012. Now before 0, how many numbers are there? 1 2 3 4 5. So multiply by 10 raised to power minus 5. Got it? Hope you are able to understand now how we can write the this bigger number in the scientific notation. Okay, this value is given you in decimal. Okay, so many zeros are there in the question. Okay, actually this is a very small value. Okay, but you have to place it, place that decimal after the first digit. Okay, this value, the meaning of this value is very small. You know very well, 0.1 is, first of all tell me, 0.1 is bigger or 0.01 is bigger? Obvious 0.01 is smaller. Okay, if I ask you 0.1 is bigger or 0.01 is bigger, so this value is small, this value is bigger. Okay, if after decimal you are having so many zeros, okay, that value will be a very small. So these values are small values. Okay, you have to express these in the form of scientific notation. Clear? So in this way you can able to solve the question with the standard form or scientific notation. You can go for written practice of the examples, or you can write some values by your own, and you can able to check that how you can write the statement in the form of standard form. Okay, now in the next lecture we'll start the next exercise, that is 2.2. okay, before this you have to go for the written practice of exercise 2.1. okay, take out your doubts. If you're having some doubts anywhere, how to apply this law, how ma'am has implemented this law here. Okay, then we have started some topics. Okay, how to expand the numbers using exponents, and how you can express the small numbers in the standard form. Here also I have discussed with my notes. Okay, if you are having any problem, okay, regarding the lecture, then you can discuss with me. Okay, till the time, take care, bye bye, and do your all work properly in the fair notebook. Okay, and side by side go for the written practice of all the questions. Clear?